here is a cost breakdown of what you would expect to pay for things when you head down to the Keys. Let's start with your biggest expense that you'll have on any trip. That would be accommodation. And in the Keys, it's just expensive. During the peak season of January through March, prices are insane. Plan to spend $250 minimum per night, if you can find that. In the off-season, the rainy season, it's still pretty expensive. I would say $150 minimum per night. Let's look at a few examples. Hampton Inn, Key Largo, Manatee Bay. In June, the rainy season, it's $209 per night. In March, the peak season, it's $419 per night. Doubled in price. Now, there is a way you can save some cash when staying in the Upper Keys. You can book a hotel and homestead and make the drive down to the Keys every day. That is a hassle, but it does save you hundreds of dollars since hotels and homestead are pretty cheap. Now, this is only a feasible option for the Upper Keys. I would say from Key Largo to Islamorada. Anything lower and you get to a drive that's 2 to 3 hours long. Campgrounds are a cheaper option than a hotel, but still, they're 3 times the price that you normally expect to pay for a campground. Moving all the way down south to Key West, let's check out Hilton Garden Inn. In June, it's $189 a night, but in March, it's $529 a night. Another one is Cabana Inn. In June, it's $284 per night. March, $594 per night. One of the cheapest option you can find in Key West would be Seashell Motel. And in June, it's $129 per night. In March, it's $334 per night. Southernmost Inn. In June, it's $229 per night. And in March, it's $549 per night. You can see they're doubled. Some are even a little bit more than doubled. A great restaurant we highly recommend is Hobo's Cafe in Key Largo. We got the fried calamari for $11.99, and we got the seafood alpine, which was amazing, and that dish alone was enough for 2 people. It was between $30 and $35. It's not on their menu because it was a special of the day. At the Hungry Tarpon in Islamorada, we grabbed their blackened shrimp quesadilla for lunch. It was $16.95. At the Cuban Coffee Queen, we got their Cuban Queen Mix sandwich for $9.50 and a small iced coffee for $4.25. At Alonzo's, we had the mixed seafood grill for $45. It was just all right. At Kermit's, each key lime pie was $4.50 per slice. The same goes for the dipped key lime pie on a stick. We got the Benedict Galette at La Crêperie Cafe for $17 and La Red Velvet Crepe for $14. Both were amazing. We found that the food prices in the Keys are comparable to anywhere else in the United States. My favorite way to get around in Key West is biking. Key West is super bike friendly, and it's a great way to avoid the astronomical $4 an hour parking fees enforced from 8 a.m. to midnight. Multiple day bike rentals are $10 per day. A week bike rental is $55. Possibly the most famous underwater attraction in Key Largo, the Christ of the Abyss statue is inside John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. A 2.5 snorkeling tour is $30. There's also a coupon on the John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park website that you could use to save a little bit of cash. Of course, you would have to pay for admission to get into the state park and then pay for the tour. A single occupant vehicle is $4.50. A double occupant vehicle is $8 plus 50 cents per person up to 8 people. Pedestrians or bicyclists are $2.50 per person. A half-day boat rental is usually between $275 to $300, and a full day is usually around $350. Keep in mind that will be the starting cost. You still have to pay taxes and for the fuel, and there are rules and laws that you need to follow in order to even rent a boat. So if you're born after January 1st, 1988, you must have a boater safety license, you must have owned a boat in the past or present, and you must be experienced. Here is a pricing example for a fishing charter. The average price for a kayak rental per day is $40. Some awesome free things to do in the Florida Keys is check out all the wild bird and animal sanctuaries and hospitals. Some of them you need to make a reservation, a donation is appreciated, but you can check out sea turtles, wild birds. There is the Florida Keys Eco Discovery Center in Key West, free admission and free parking. Check out native plants and animals of the Florida Keys on the land and underwater. And of course, a good old-fashioned beach day, just soaking up the sun on the sand and the water, is always a good idea. And view beautiful sunsets over the water while you're on the piers. Also take a stroll in the Key West Historic Seaport. It's a harbor walk waterfront with restaurants overlooking the water and marina. Just a beautiful atmosphere. Just walking the streets, peeking through the tropical foliage in the front yards, getting glimpses of those beautiful old historic homes is a wonderful way to spend an evening. You can also view jets taking off over the water above your head in Boca Chica at Geiger Beach. Admission to the Hemingway House is $16 per adult, $6 per child from 6 to 12, and 5 and under are free. Admission to the Harry S. Truman Little White House is $22.52 per adult, $10.75 per child. You can save a few dollars if you book online. The Key West Butterfly and Nature Conservatory admission is $15 per adult, $11 per child. I hope I gave you an idea of how much things cost in the Keys. Check out our Ultimate Florida Keys travel guide for ideas of what to do when in the Keys. Please give this video a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.